Dallas police and the ATF announced a partnership to reduce violent crime this summer. Fox 4's Sean Rabb live at Dallas Police Headquarters with details of what's called Operation Take Aim. Sean.
Yeah, it's a program in place now, Steve, where folks are going to be charged with federal crimes for those people who are repeat offenders. At the same time, proactively reaching out to people who have a history of being offenders and maybe might go down that crime road again. The U.S. Attorney's Office here in Dallas, one of the top 5 in the country for getting gun crime convictions. Still, while crime may be down, violent crimes are still happening, and this initiative aimed to change that.
I am proud to announce Operation Take Aim, a joint initiative with ATF Dallas and the Dallas Police Department that zeroes in on the offenders we believe are most likely to commit violence.
Javier Dominique Suttles is who U.S. Attorney Leah Simonton points to as example. Suttles, no stranger to Dallas County Jail and courts. At least 13 arrests since 2014. Most recently, placed on deferred adjudication and probation for robbery and aggravated robbery.
He was given these chances, but he did not take advantage of them. Instead, the federal complaint in this case details that Mr. Suttles allegedly went on to commit 3 armed robberies over the course of just 5 days in late May.
Brahms Restaurant on Inwood Road among them, and a Metro PCS store also on Inwood Road.
Each time he brandished a handgun with an extended magazine and menaced the store's employees.
The government says once threatening to kill the employee, another time warning he would shoot up the entire store.
In one particularly awful incident, Mr. Suttles, apparently frustrated that there wasn't more cash on the premises, allegedly ordered an employee into the bathroom and forced the employee to strip naked. Luckily, that person was able to escape safely from the situation before being seriously hurt.
Operation Take Aim, focusing on violent repeat offenders who bring terror.
What's more Texas than having a milkshake and a cheeseburger at a Brahms? Until this dude walks in, right? Until he walks in and he points a gun at somebody, and that causes lifetime trauma. Every one of these cases that we work together on causes trauma to someone somewhere. We're committed to putting these people in jail.
Dallas police identifying through criminal history data those who might be at high risk to reoffend, hoping to turn them in a different direction.
It doesn't matter if they commit acts of violence themselves with a gang, a crew, a posse, or whoever they hang out with. We have made it our business to learn about individuals causing violence in Dallas. We've also made it our business to make sure that they have resources to succeed.
So this is face-to-face intervention that the chief is talking about. It's happening in other parts of the country. Really, it gives these offenders a couple of choices. Either consider the resources being made available to you, or if you get caught again, look at federal time, hard time with no parole. We'll have more on this intervention program by the chief in the days ahead.